Dr. Nana was talking about, they have said, I could pick if there are conscious parents. Most unconscious parents, permit me to use the word, will say, that's my child. It's my child. I'm the one that... You don't own anybody. They are not your property. They are actually souls that have chosen you. My father, my late father, is my current son because he reincarnated. So somebody who was my father now is now my son. Roles don't matter. The spirit is the same. And we can switch roles. I can be a woman tomorrow and give birth because I want to experience what it means to give birth to a soul. So I like, that's why when she mentioned her kids, not yours. So we don't get out of this life feeling that I have learned everything. Because suddenly, when you get to the top, you discover that, there's one item I need to pick up at the bottom. So it's never ending.
Thank you so much, Sensei Femi and Ezegboa. I would still like to brand, and I would like Sensei to be present. But first and foremost, I would like her to tell us the story of, can we have Hummingbird on the screen? I'd like her to tell her the story of Hummingbird. That's what you are drinking right now, the juice. Can we put up the juice on the camera?
Thank you.
The only time people want to be alive is when they are in the church. The question was, please tell us about Hummingbird.
Hummingbird came about as a result of Femi Jubal minister last year while going through that process. And on the 25th of August, I sat in meditation about what I wanted to create here in Nigeria. And initially it was to create sea moss. So I felt I'm pouring with water, women to have complete and cause other things. Ancestors, hummingbird is what I heard. And the hummingbird, when I look at the hummingbird is so joyful, it's so light, it's so tiny, you can hardly see it, but it has the most extraordinary, these nectars, fruit nectars. So really, hummingbird was born through nature, but created with intention. So I want hummingbird to be something that enables others to return to nature and begin to really absorb that plant life, fruits, and nature is medicine. And that's why I created this. But also, it was because when I first arrived in, sometimes just plain watermelon, orange, zobo, and also they were frozen. So when you taste them, they taste like the enzymes are gone, and also that they're about to spoil. And I wanted to create something that had a different flavor that really titillated the tongue and just made you feel that you were receiving the enzymes from nature and that you feel healthy after drinking it.
Awesome.
So that's why.
Thank you. The Hummingbird logo is not showing on our streaming platforms. So we're going to launch Hummingbird now. What do you think about Hummingbird? You've tasted it. I need three people. Nana, balance. Next person. Nature.
Beautiful.
And then next person, one more. The Hummingbird logo, I want you to put it on the streaming platform. I can't see it here. It's not showing. So the same thing we did for Nwakama, but we're going to start with Sensei Femi pouring out decrees and affirmations on this brand that has just been launched. So over to you, Sensei Femi.
You know, I'm not like minister. My methodologies are a bit different. He's the fire, I'm the water. So, but all right. So, for the hummingbird, hummingbird is a beautiful bird that has enchanting aesthetics and is vibrationally positive. It's transferred from this bird as the totem. will make it go global. This product will be served at the tables of kings and queens. This product will heal it. This product will warehouse all the positive energy of Mother Earth. And
Over to you. You've drunk it. You've drunk hummingbird. I would like you to, from the state of mindfulness and calmness, pleasant thoughts to Ezegboa and the hummingbird brand. 1 minute. Let's just do that.
Thank you.
You want to say? I thought you knew there was.
Wow.
So thank you. So we launch this. We launch hummingbird into the market space, and we declare greater and greater. It would heal people and it will transform lives. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Of applause. How many of us are gaining something from here? I want to take observations from this side to all the sections so far since you've been here.
Okay. Yes.
Please give her a round of applause. Before we started this program, and this is awesome. So, in one word, what's been your experience with International Conscious
Very inspiring in the sense that there are some things that I've like, it's not like a reminder that I've like missed something. So it's just, let me just say, since I started yesterday, this is actually the path I should follow.
Please give him a round of applause. He said something very profound. He said, since a writer said, everything that we have been saying here, it has been said already before. The way it's been said here, everything that is going to be said here has already been said before. But since nobody was listening, since nobody was paying attention, so I'm going to take a comment from the deaf community. This young man here is so energetic. He wants to say something.
Good afternoon. Good evening. My name is Akinlolu. What I'm experiencing. What your conscience tell you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
That was lovely and inspiring to see that. Please, a round of applause for them. So for our next segment, we're going to welcome, please, a round of applause for her. She makes her way to the podium. I urge you once more to listen and be blessed. If you're not clapping, you're wrong.
Every reflection is a lesson. Every trigger is direction. I rise, I choose, I level up. I forgive for me, free. If jealousy shows, I don't run away. I ask myself, what is it trying to say? What part of me is ready to grow? What power in me is asking to show? That's control of me. My reality answers to who I choose to be. How is it that I always rise higher? How is it that flowing? How is it that my light keeps glowing? How is it that miracles follow my name every new day? My life up. Every person I meet
Hi,
is a
everybody.
mirror of me.
I know you're waiting for me to speak, but I just wanted the music to sing. And I hope you've been able to gain some impactful conversations,
inside that you can take home, introspect, and make great changes in your life. I want to see your life turn around in the next 3, 6 months changed. Not just in your life, but in your entire generation. I don't want to hear I'm a doctor, I'm a politician, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm a mom. Really. I need some calm. Let's sink in for 30 seconds. Who are you? Imagine yourself in a dark space, no one with you, and ask yourself a question. Who are you? Pitch black, nobody, no one around. Because I know you can hear yourself. What did you hear? Themselves, or someone says, who are you? They will talk about the qualifications, everything they've been through. Oh, I'm this, I went to this, I went to that. But beneath all of those qualifications, it's someone who doesn't know who they are. They feel empty, they feel lonely, and they feel stranded in the world. It's just a wandering soul. Frustrated and resentful. I'll tell you the downside of not knowing who you are. Number one, when you don't know life, when you don't know who you are, you walk into rooms feeling small when you are not small. When you don't know who you are, you walk into spaces thinking, I shouldn't be here, when you actually should be here. When you don't know who you are, people tell you who you are. They define your life. They keep telling you what you are. All your life, someone, I. All the voices in your head right now are not your voice. You've not recognized your voice. So today, two things we have them. Do not fight. Just allow it. Allow yourself. So, who are you when no one is watching? You know, that real you that your parents don't know. Your wife don't know. Your friends don't know. The you is watching. That person that doesn't have to pretend to be something so everybody loves them. Who is that person? And that's the picture of you alone with the universe, connecting to the universe and being in alignment with yourself. And what does the universe tell you when you are with the universe by itself? You wouldn't know if you don't know who you are. That's you connecting. If you were here yesterday, you remember I spoke about you being the source. Because God is the divine source, which is the tree. It's planted and rooted. And we are the branches. Because we are connected to the tree, we will flourish. So being in alignment with ourselves is being in alignment, respected enough to be in alignment with who you've been called to be. And a person who is not in connection to its source will not. And the flowers are simply the fruits of the Spirit. You expressing the consciousness of God in you. The wisdom of God is so big that it cannot accommodate one person's mind. It has to be spread. So you'll be expressing God differently. It's going to express God different. Because the way I'm expressing God, it's different. It's unique. And I can't be you. Because the way you express God is different and unique. And that's why you see a lot of people start acting like witches. Because why? They're so focused on other people's light, else's light. Right? Because you don't even know what you carry. So you see somebody else is shining their light and you be like, growing. That person must have done a lot of things. No, it's Yahoo. You can never make it. Because you don't even know what you carry. That's someone in tune with the God in them and the creativity that they carry so that you're able to express it. And what happens, not knowing you are, is allowing them to have something called a wasteful existence. What is a wasteful existence? On your dying bed, few minutes, most people that know, that work in healthcare will tell you, when people are about to die, that few seconds of their life, they start to recollect all the memories, all the things they should have done. It can either met to fulfillment. I could have done this. I should have known this. I should have listened to the voice of God in me. When God was telling me, draw this painting, you can see this young man right now. He's expressing the God in him. Only the creativity that comes from God can be. God is not going to be here in front of you. If you are waiting, sorry. You are the God that will be reflecting in everything you do. From the way you walk, from the way you speak, in whatever you do. But if there's no God in it, it's just going to be empty. Every one of us have lights in us, but some of our lights are sleeping. I'll tell you a story. What's a baby lion called? Where they rear chickens. So the chickens and the cub, they grew up together. And every time the cub will eat the same food the chickens eat, or maybe grass, but the chickens will step on the cub. The cub will try to fly like the chickens, but it cannot. The cub will try to play with them, but he just knows something. The cub will try to put his mouth on the floor and eat like them, but it's different. But he doesn't know. They injure the cub a lot of times, but the cub don't understand why. Why would my family members hurt me so? Does not know it's a lion. So what happens? It stays there. It stays. You can probably see lions from afar, behaving like lions. But because he grew up around chickens, he doesn't know any better. But sometimes you behave like the strong one. The lion is acting really strong, but it's still a chicken because that's the identity that it carries. Acting like the good one. I'll stay here so they don't say I'm disobedient. But the lion knows it shouldn't be here. And saying, okay, at least I'm successful. I reached the highest level of my degree, so it means that I've achieved something in life. But there's no all the degrees, but they are still depressed because something is missing. The people pleaser. I don't want to offend anybody. So if they tell you jump, you jump. If they tell you roll on the floor, you roll. Even when deep down, your light is telling you that shouldn't be what you should be doing. But you don't have a choice. And when you don't have a choice in life, you get abused. The one who never needs help. Nobody should help me. I can do it on my own. If you wanted to be an island, you should be in one island by yourself. Nobody supporting you. That's woundedness. That's woundedness. So I don't know what your story is, whether you came from a broken family, you came from abandonment, whether you came from a very emotional and traumatic background. But I'm here to tell you today, you can activate your inner light. That story does not define how far. I ask you, what story and light that you carry? Every child from age 0 to 6 has light in them until someone tries to put the light that is untouched. Think about a very innocent young child talking about things, careless, playful, and all of a sudden you grew up. Remember when you were 4-year-old, 2-year-old, you know that bubbly child that everybody loved. You probably love to plant. You probably love to. When last did you do those things? You tell me I can't remember. Because something in you is sleeping. Whatever programmed you to come to this earth, the divine did not make mistake. That's your template. And that's why we talk about the inner child healing. Everything you were meant to do and live freely before the world told you who you are. You already knew who you are. There's so much thorns on a lion's back. It's like some of you were born into families that were so dysfunctional that even you as a light, it's like you're trying to light fire. All of us will sit in this darkness. You find yourself trying to make effort. Oh, I love these people so much. Let all of us grow. They will pour water in that firewood. Let all of us stay in darkness. And then you ask yourself, but It shouldn't be so. You know deep down in your heart that you shouldn't be in that space. But you stay there because I love these people so much. But sometimes the best thing you have to do is to walk away from that environment so you can discover yourself. You have to preserve your light. No one will do that for you. It is your own purpose to preserve that light because everything will try to steal that light from you. It can only be dimmed of yourself. You will have to free yourself as a wounded lion. So I ask you again, who are you? What version of yourself have you been performing? Trying to make everybody feel like, oh, system. You are meant to be a potato, but you want to be a banana so much. Why? So you fit into places that you shouldn't be. But every time you leave that place, you're sad. You're depressed. That's because you don't know who you are. So the question is, who are you? Take a deep breath and be honest. No judgment. Ask yourself, who am I? Don't tell me. Just keep asking yourself in your mind. And the thing about recognizing you are is the first step to becoming a very aware person or someone who knows their identity is to become self-aware. Self-awareness is the beginning of freedom. When you are self-aware, you notice what you think, you notice to live in autopilot. Some of you have been running through life like you are just running, you are chasing. Say that thing you are chasing, but every time you are chasing, and one day you just be on your deathbed and you ask yourself, what did I even do in my life? I've just been running. Where are you running to? Like, where are you running to? What is my purpose in life? Why am I here? Because you could have been born 100 years ago. You could have been born 50 years from now. But you're here on this timeline. It means that your life has a purpose to fulfill. We are all a collective of light. We have work to do in this lifetime. So the question is, who are you? Ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? Whatever story has shaped you today, whether you're a rape victim, whether you've experienced domestic abuse, whether your parents abandoned you when you were young, whether you don't even have parents because you're an orphan, whether you're widowed, whatever your story is, does not define what your life should be. And that's the reason why you're in this room today. But the question is, what do you want the next level of your life to look like? Yes, the story happened. I understand. It's like a lane. You're running on that pitch, carrying heavy bags, 4 heavy bags. Do you think you will run freely? Bags, so that you can keep going forward and actually fulfill that life purpose you've been called for. If you don't know your value, anybody will use you anyhow because they will see your light before you do. Nobody sees your light better than the people that person. Step out of yourself many times and ask yourself, how am I showing up in the world? Can you repeat it after me? How am I showing up in the world? That you bring. Ask yourself, am I intentionally doing the things that will take me to the next level of life that I desire? That will help me grow the kind of life that I desire? If the answer is no, it means that you don't know who you are. Because a lion is a lion. A sleeping lion is only sleeping, but the day it wakes up, it's going to roar. So I'm asking you today, are you still going to be a sleeping lion or you wake up? What is that best version of you that no one has ever seen, but deep down you know, I'm good at this thing. I know how to do this thing. Tell you, well done. Your light is meant to shine. Does the sun ask permission to shine? Does the moon ask permission? Need permission. Some of the amazing talents that the world is yet to see is in this room right now. But it's not activated because the light is dimmed. It's sleeping. And when light comes up, darkness disappears. Light cannot be afraid of darkness. It shines. Light can only protect himself. from darkness. So the question is, are you going to keep letting them dim your light? Purpose is not only about what you do, it is also about who you become while you are doing it. I spoke about something yesterday that a lot of people admire finished product, but they don't actually see the work in that thing. You want the life so badly, but you don't want to do the work. You want to prove, I've arrived. I can do this thing too. I can enjoy this fame. I can enjoy this study. But you want to have that title. Call me Mrs. Dr. PhD, MGM. But in order for you to have that life, you have to do the work. Many of the people you see today, they've done the work behind the scene. Nobody shows you the frustration, the sleepless night, the depression, the hard work, the tears, the days of crying. If the work I'm doing right now, I'm asking you, who are you? Are you going to let your light sleep or you push? So I have the framework called W for witness, A for align, R for rewrite, and E for evolve. First step to knowing who you are. Accept that every knowledge that you know from you were born is faulty. That's the first step. Knowing that you have a knowledge people around you have gone until you say, I want to go further. Because they can only show you how far they've gone. If you want to fly a plane, you are going to ask somebody that is pushing wheelbarrow. How can exactly? So accept that there are limitations around you. Accept that you might have had faulty programming. Some of you have had very traumatic experiences in your life that actually are holding you back. And I want you to say this out loud. Holding me back from fulfilling my purpose in life and stepping into my light. Generational trauma, holding me back from fulfilling my purpose in life and stepping into my light. The second is W, which is witness. Step out of yourself. Be a third party in your story and see, what is my life like right now? And you can only do this by introspecting and meditating. Spend alone time, quietness. I share what I want. And how do I move to the next level of my life? Be a witness and observer in your life. If you don't do that, somebody has to observe your life for you and tell you your part. You are the architect of your own life. Nobody is coming to save you. That you're feeling, oh, somebody come and save me. But when you become an adult, you become responsible for the choices that you make. One is align. Learning how to align with yourself is aligning with God. Alignment with yourself is alignment with the God in you. As long as you have oxygen in your blood, you are flowing oxygen in your veins, pushing blood through you. Otilo,